Good day and welcome to our complete review of the short video creation tool called FlexClip. We are going to provide a full review and a complete demonstration without getting into all of the weeds, along with the licensing options and a competitive review with Viddyoze and a few other products we'll mention along the way, like Cyberlink PowerDirector, Techsmith Camtasia, and Corel VideoStudio. And for the first 5 people to click like and subscribe and leave us a comment below, we're going to give you a free FlexClip business license. That's right, absolutely free. We got these directly from FlexClip. Okay, so let's discuss a couple of quick things. This company claims 7 million users, but it strangely claims it only has 1 million video downloads. I've been playing with this for a few days, and I've probably done 6 downloads myself. So that's a bit odd, but I can tell you that the product is solid. Now, as far as how it works, it's a browser product. And the weird part about that is it only works in Chrome. Well, that's its primary. And it doesn't work in Microsoft Edge, which is a pet peeve of mine because for my corporate clients, they all use Edge. And Edge is a Chromium product, so that's weird, but they say that they're working on that. There's also a claim that the product works as a desktop app, but it really doesn't. What it is, well, actually, here it is down here. What it actually is just a web app. So you can see here, this is just Chrome. Okay, enough of the negatives. So what makes FlexClip different from all of the other video tools that are out there? Well, it has an enormous template library that really helps get you started fast. It also has an enormous media library, which includes many thousands of video clips, and I'm talking digital landscapes, live action video, animations, iconography, you name it. And thousands of audio clips, songs, background audio tracks, so on and so forth. It really is an impressive library. It even has a screen recording feature. Now, as far as skill set goes, you don't need to be a full-time professional to use this product. It's more complex than a lot of products, but it's certainly not overwhelming, and a beginner can use this quite comfortably. Although you'll want to watch a little video like this one to get you started. Our clients ask us, frequently if these types of tools are, full video editing tools, and they're not. This is not going to compete directly with Camtasia or Cyberlink PowerDirector, tools like that. But FlexClip has a lot of features well beyond that of Viddyoze. That being said, everybody's got their niche. They all do things a little differently. They all have something that they do better. So what I'm going to do is show you the 2 different ways to create a video, and then we'll go over the limitations. The standard way is to use these templates. So let's go back to the home page here, and let's start from scratch. And we'll start with storyboard mode. That's the easy way to do things. Timeline mode is the one that I like. It's the one that's much more flexible, much more professional, and almost competes with products like PowerDirector and Camtasia. However, the way that they have you do it currently is you click start from scratch like we've done, and then click storyboard mode. And then you have a small window, as you can see here, to choose the template from. I don't like to do that, so I'm going to close this, and I'm just going to search here for tech. There's 152 videos related to tech here, and all you do is mouse over them. You get a very good preview of it. And as you scroll, it just keeps going. There's lots and lots of them. So if I say something like store, 310 templates, or intro, 500 templates. Okay, I'm going to go back to tech because that's what I like, except I'll put the whole word technology in. And it can sort up here by most popular. Pretty obvious. Look, you're not an idiot if you've got to this point. So I'm going to gloss over some of the details that I have found other videos dwell on. So let's click on this one, just for fun. Never seen before. There we go. I'm going to select customize. And it will start a whole new project for me. We can add more templates. So for instance, say I didn't like, actually there was one of the things in here, the farming one I didn't like, so that one. I don't like this segment, so I'm just gonna press the X and get rid of it. And say I wanted to add in, well, let's just do something silly. I'll just add this Black Friday in. I can click on it, and I can select apply all 6 pages, and I'll add it to the end of the storyboard. And it will just add more. Okay, and now, I actually don't want the Black Friday because I couldn't care less about Black Friday, but I do want some of the other panels here. What I can do is I can click on any of these cells, and I can double click on any of the text, and I can easily change it. You'll get the idea here. It's pretty much point and click, but there's a couple of cool features that you want to be aware of. Two in particular. Here's the first one. When I start typing in here, so I'll say, please visit, and here's the first one. With other tools that I've used, when you've got a line for text, that's the line for text. But if you notice down here, it says you can use the Enter key and add a second line or a third line. So I'm going to do this just to give you an idea here. Click, thumbs up. That's not going to be very good, but you get the idea. That's a nice feature to be able to automatically expand that text. You can't do that with videos as an example. Okay, so let's double click on this, and I can, what I'm going to do is get rid of that space. I'll click OK here. And you can see it's automatically shrunk it. I can also go in and say, man, I hate that font, which, by the way, I really do. Let's go to Viddyoze. Ooh, that's even worse. There we go. And you can imagine I can go through each of these and I can change the text. Now, here's the second thing that most products don't do, specifically the web-based products. So let's say I've gone into this slide and I've decided I don't want that slide. Gone. Oh, geez. No, I really need that back. Well, in addition to being able to press the back arrow up here, Control Z, or Control Z as it were, actually works. So I can go back into here, and I can Control Z, and I can go back. That is very unusual in a web product. Okay, I'm going to change that back. Now you can also do things like resize, and I can rotate it a bit, get the idea. These are all standard things, so I'm not going to waste your time with it. But here is what's neat. I'll show you a couple of new things that you might not have thought of. Specifically, their media is enormous. I can record the screen, and I can record using the webcam that's built into my computer. But take a look at this. Their stock videos are massive. You can click through here and play around a bit. I find this tedious. This window is so small. But if I search for blue globe, I will get a lot of choices here. And I'm just going to drag this down and just drop it. And bingo, you can see it's been added. All right, so I'll click the play down here just to get through the second slide. And by the way, yes, it's chunky here. It is not chunky when you export it. Okay, so you get the idea. It just snapped in. I could add whatever text I wanted there. So again, I'm not going to take up your time with endless explanations of the tiny details, but I will show you a couple more things before we wrap this portion. I can go into this video and I can change the speed. I want that to be twice as fast. You'll notice now it's 8 seconds. I can also click on adjust and change the exposure. Okay, and you get the idea here. This isn't to teach you how to do these things. It's simply to show you that they're available. Photo is the same thing, and I'll just show you this very quickly. So when I do a search for computer, I will get a lot of responses, thousands of responses. I just keep scrolling and it keeps pulling them in. Same thing with music. I can go into here and say, I'm looking for something tech. Okay, get the idea. I'm not sure if there are thousands of audio tracks in here, but I believe there are. It is really substantial, much more than I've seen in Viddyoze and other products. All right, let's take a very quick look at elements. And these are things that you add to an existing frame. And you'll see here, this is actually quite interesting. It's one of the few complaints I actually have about the product. You'll notice, let me just do thumbs up. You'll notice that there's a blue Facebook thumbs up, but there is no YouTube red thumbs up. Now there's lots of other things here, so it's fine. In fact, for my tests, I just use this one, this animation. So let me just drag this out and drop it. They have a YouTube subscribe, and this gets to a good point, which is no matter how big a media library is, like theirs, it's never big enough. So I'm just gonna drag this one out, just resize it. Let's click. All right, get the idea? Okay, enough said there. So let's show you why I don't like using the storyboard view. Let's use this Microsoft Surface. I'm just gonna drop this on here. And you'll see, instead of being able to add a different track here, where I can fade this in and fade this out over top of the video, it actually just replaces it. So let's show you the other way to do it. Let's Click on FlexClip in the top left-hand corner. Okay, so start from scratch. This time we're going to choose timeline mode. This is the more interesting one, at least for me. It allows multiple tracks, but it starts you with nothing. Okay, so let's show you a couple of quick things to get started, and then I'm just going to speed through it so you don't take up your time. So let's go and search in here for technology, just because that's kind of my thing. Look, 10,000 videos. Mouse over top of them, you can click on them. If you want to preview, okay, enough said there. I'm going to speed this up now so you can see me build a video very quickly. All right, so let's see how this looks. Not horrible for 2.5 minutes work. So let's show you the limitations, because you might say, well, this is just like Camtasia or similar tools. The difference is the number of tracks. Got all the transitions and the elements and things that you would like, but you can't have more than one primary video, one background, one audio track. Now, I did manage to get around this problem by simply building multiple videos. So I would build a video that looked like this, and then I'd say, well, I want an additional video, or I want an additional element that isn't available because there aren't enough tracks. So all you have to do is export, save this as whatever resolution you're looking for, most likely that, and then import it into a new blank project. And then you can add, of course, another background or audio, so on and so forth. All right, so let's get on to the most important limitation of FlexClip. Or I suppose you could look at it the other way, the best feature in Viddyoze, which I'll explain in a minute why I'm not a big fan of the company. With Viddyoze, as an example, I can actually take my logo and I can embed it into a moving graphic. Okay, so I've created 2 of these very quickly. Something to note is, creating these takes a lot of time with Viddyoze. This took 10, 15 minutes, and this one took about 10 minutes. So let's open the first one. Very nice. Let's look at the flag. Now you can change the music in Viddyoze. I just wanted to get through this quickly to show you the difference. So Viddyoze lets you not only snap a logo into a scene, but actually embed it on an object and have that object move. It's pretty amazing. And FlexClip doesn't do that. Is that a crisis? No, we don't think so. They're just different products. As you can see in our little video here, we'd snapped our graphic in, but it's not at all the same. Now, for most people, what you're looking at, just fine, but it's a pretty big difference. I do want to point out what I don't like about Viddyoze. 1, it takes a long time to create these videos. Secondly, I can't go to work on a second video until the first video, the one that I'm working on right now, has completely finished compiling. Now, I could if I paid more money, and that gets to the 3rd and 4th things I'm not a fan of with Viddyoze. Viddyoze is quite aggressive with their marketing. And lastly, the 4th item is the support is pretty good, but it's not the friendliest. For instance, I asked them to upgrade my license so that I could do this video and show you all of the features, and they basically told me to go fly a kite, which is really their loss. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to FlexClip. So in the top right-hand corner, I'll put a link to this full written review so you can easily pull it up. Let's get on to what it costs, which is probably the place you need to start when you're looking at these things. Because as I say here, if it costs $10,000, it's lovely. but I don't care, I can't use it. The free product sounds good. Free is always good, except it's really not free. In addition to being quite limited, it puts an advert before your video plays, and that's just a non-starter. So that's pretty much garbage to me. Then the basic version, which is $6 a month or $72 a year, US dollars, by the way. Its issue, which I found when I was playing, was having one stock video per project. That's just not going to cut it, at least not for the things I do. So you've really got to get onto the Plus or the Business package. Looking at $120 a year, or I see there's a typo here. That should be $240. I'll have that fixed shortly. So that's $240. It's double that for Business, which gives you unlimited everything. And a very important feature for a lot of you is that you're allowed up to 30 minutes. Now, you may not have a 30-minute video, but a lot of people have 10, 11, 12-minute videos. They don't have a version that outputs 4K yet. Now, you know that's coming, it'll be available, but it's not available yet. It's another limitation, something you should be aware of. Now, as we say a little further down here in our review, we don't like subscription services. I just want to buy something and have it. However, as we've pointed out, no matter how large your media library is in these types of tools, it's never large enough. And to keep things interesting, they always need to be adding new features like new transitions and overlays. So a subscription model really makes sense. Also, because you're not working on your own computer, and this is a big deal. You can run this off of a Chromebook. God help you if you have a Chromebook, but you can run it off a Chromebook or something else that's really weak because you're not really doing anything locally. It's all being done on their servers. So in summary, it's fair to say that FlexClip is a pretty good piece of software at a reasonable price. If they keep working on their timeline feature, it really will be a competitor to products like Corel VideoStudio and Cyberlink PowerDirector, Filmora, Camtasia, and some of the other desktop products. We would really like to see them have the ability to have logos and text snap right onto moving objects like Viddyoze does, and we're sure they'll get there eventually. And those kinds of features being added make a subscription model make sense. And as we said at the start, we'd also really like to see this work in Microsoft Edge because that's what our corporate clients like. Hey, these reviews take a fair amount of time, effort, and just flat out work, so we'd really appreciate it if you found it useful or you liked it, if you gave us a thumbs up, and a subscribe is always appreciated. Both of those really help with the Google algorithms. And for the first 5 people to click like and subscribe and leave us a comment below, we're going to give you a free FlexClip business license. And you can always get a hold of us at www.urtech.ca. That's urtech.ca. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.